I think we might be live a few minutes earlier than expected, which is kind of rare, but yeah, welcome to a wonderful, beautiful evening here in Tokyo. I'm in front of the Setagaya Business Square next to Yoga Station on the Dawn Kitsune line, one stop from my home neighborhood. And yeah, we just had a very, very beautiful sunset, but now unfortunately that is already over and we just have a little bit of blue colors left in the sky. But I hope you will enjoy that. And yes, you did see the moon there, I think. So tonight I am planning to walk from here, from Yoga, to a station called Chitose-Funabashi, which is not too far from here, but on a different train line. It's on the Odakyu line. And once I get there, I'll see what happens. But I don't think it's very far to walk there, so I'll probably continue walking a little bit. A little bit more after I get there as well. But yeah, I've been mostly at home today, or I was out for a little while, but it was a bit too hot. I was out with my daughter. I've been mostly at home taking care of her today, so I really need this evening walk today. So I'm looking forward to tonight's walk, and I hope you do as well. Lucas, took you usually 25 minutes to walk, yeah. So I'm thinking more like 90 minutes stream tonight. So we'll see what happens once I get to Chitose-Funabashi. Maybe I will let you, my viewers, direct me from there. Who knows? And I don't think the forecast looks pretty okay. I don't think we will be interrupted by some freak rain or thunderstorm, but you never know. You never know. So as often with my streams, it will be mostly through quiet residential neighborhoods, or well, I mean, I walk through busy commercial areas as well, but tonight it will be a mostly quiet walk. And yeah, you can still see some nice colors in the sky, I think. So yeah, it's a beautiful evening. I wish I could have started like half an hour earlier to get even more of this nice evening light, but shoganai. And some dramatic clouds. Actually, there's been some areas not too far from here had some crazy rain earlier today. So yeah, we should never take anything for granted. But right now, it looks like the sky right above us is mostly clear. So it will be mostly, I think, pretty much straight ahead. I will probably zigzag a little bit through the residential areas, but it's a pretty, like, if you look at a map of this neighborhood, it's very like it's like a very straight grid pattern. So all the streets are very, very straight, which is kind of interesting. Like some Tokyo neighborhoods are like that, whereas others are just a complete mess. So that's pretty interesting, actually, when you look at maps of Tokyo, like how different the layout of various neighborhoods can be. Clear blue with shades of pink. Sounds like familiar color matching. Yep. That's That's my colors right there, I guess. But a high place. I don't think there's much high places around here, actually. In order to get like more of a overhead view of the surroundings, then I would have to head down towards Tama River and the slopes around there. But I think in this area and where I'm planning to walk tonight, there's not gonna be much of a, not much in terms of hills or anything like that. And yes, thanks for pointing out that cover photo. I should probably take a few now because these colors won't last forever, unfortunately. That's the awesome thing about summers in Sweden. Then you have this kind of light for hours, which is very, very nice. Am I not walking towards the west? I think, am I not? Let me check them up. I'm walking like pretty much north, right now, which is the direction to Chitose-Funabashi, a bit northwest. So that's the direction I'll be heading tonight. Pink shorts tonight, yep. They're almost as pink as the sky. Almost. Ah, good. Thanks for pointing out the FAQ pin. Down there is Kinuta Park, which I walked through a couple of times on my streams. But I won't be heading there tonight either, but rather straight in this direction. Do you feel suffocated because of Japan's tight space? No, not really. I can't say I've ever felt suffocated. Even though I have lived in many, many small places, but our current place is not that small, so it's okay. And look at this moon too, it's beautiful. Yeah. I don't find it too suffocating. If anything, I mean, I think living in a slightly smaller space is a little bit liberating in the sense that then you don't need to buy as much stuff to fill up your home with things you don't need. So, yeah. I'm okay. Thank you, Spike Live. Good to hear that you are here again. Also, I think I haven't done a weather check yet. So let's sort that out. Wow, really? It's 28 degrees. Now, it doesn't feel like 28 degrees. Maybe because it's not that humid. Wow, 68%. I don't know, it's a very comfortable walking weather right now, I would say. I would have guessed a few degrees less than 28. Thunderstorm warning just issued here. Oh, I don't think there's a thunderstorm warning issued here. Or was it? Was there one here as well? Oh yeah, actually yes. Thunderstorm advisory. It's been thunderstorm advisory for like the last week, constantly. This is also nice little street scene that could be a potential thumbnail. Anyone in the chat happens to be familiar with this part of town, please let me know if there's any park or any nice place I should stop by, because yeah, I don't think I've ever walked around here actually. I walked more towards the Kinuta Park area, but now it's like a slightly different direction. Yeah, there's a lot of really fancy houses around here. It's pretty obvious to me that this is a nicer residential neighborhood. Yeah, it's not cheap to live around here. More importantly, are there any konbini in there for beer o'clock? Yeah, that's a very important question. I'm glad you're bringing that up. I'm thinking that if everything else fails, there's probably gonna be a konbini around the Chitose-Funabashi station. So, and I think it won't take me too long to get there. So that might be a good place to stock up for some beer. 今日は暑かった。そうですね。今日はちょっと暑かった。今はちょうどいい気持ちいい気温けど、昼は結構暑かったね。でもこれからもっと暑くなる。There's a small Inari Jinja near the station. Okay, cool. I'll check that up. Check that out. You're usually never really far away from a konbini in Tokyo, that's correct, but it can still... Wow, that's an interesting cloud. Let's walk down this way. But in some, like these kind of residential neighborhoods, it can actually be a little bit far. I'm not sure if I will hit the konbini before I reach the station area, actually. We shall see. So we're almost having 350 viewers now. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If there are any new viewers out there, if you're visiting my channel for the first time, then first of all I would like to say welcome and thank you. I do walks like this almost every day, so if that's something you enjoy, consider subscribing to my channel. There's an FAQ in the video description. Please read that if you haven't, and once you've read it, you're more than welcome to join the chat. What time is it in Japan? People always ask that. It is currently 20 minutes to 8. How's the weather right now? It's the same as it was when I did the weather report 5 minutes ago, meaning 28 degrees and 60 something % humidity. Quite comfortable. Quite comfortable for an evening walk like this. This looks like, yeah, this is a danchi. This is a kind of, what do you call it? Kind of the government-owned housing. More often than not, those buildings are pretty old, and this is not an exception. Do you work in Japan or are a student? So that's a good example of a question that is answered in the FAQ. So please read the FAQ in the video description, please. This is a big Western style area. Really? You think it's so Western style? I don't know if I think it's necessarily Western style. Down there you see the big building where I started the walk. Oh, here's more danchi, more of the public housing. Somehow I really like that they put these numbers on the buildings. Oh. Are you going to eat something in a restaurant? No, I am not, because I already had dinner. But I will have a beer in a park, probably, at some point during tonight's walk. I don't know, there's something about danchi that I really enjoy. Not sure if I would want to live in one. Probably wouldn't, but I do like the kind of layout and design of them. What did you eat for dinner? I actually had a sushi from I don't know where. My wife bought me some sushi. I was actually supposed to cook tonight, but our entire schedule got so messed up, and in the end we decided to just get some takeout so that I would be able to go out and stream tonight. I was supposed to cook yakisoba, which is one of the few dishes that I can do somewhat well, I guess, which is super simple. It's just fried noodles. Is it mandatory to turn on camera sound? Yes. It's not that you have to turn it on, but you can't turn it off on phones that are sold for the Japanese market. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. really, this neighborhood is, yeah, lots of fancy houses and very, very quiet. 今そうめん食べてます。美味しいね。夏にはそうめんとか冷やし中華がすごく好きです。本当に静か。It's really, really quiet around here. I think I can hear someone either frying something or taking a shower. Nice area. Is it a good area to live? Yes. Expensive? Yes. Speaking about cameras, a while ago I mentioned that I was doing a little bit of a how should I say, kind of a collaboration with a phone company, and the result of that of that collaboration can be seen in my on my Instagram. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out my Instagram, which is linked in the video description. Wow, what's this place? It's some sort of... Is it a park? Yeah, I think it's a park, but it's closed now. That's too bad. So I'm heading towards Chitose-Funabashi for now. Then from there I think I might follow the train lines to the southwest, I guess, the Odakyu train lines. Yeah, I'm not sure about this park, but it looks like it's closed now. But I see something down there that might come in handy. I think we're also already getting close to the station. Actually, I need to take a look at the map. But judging from the size of these apartment blocks, that usually means that you're close to a station. No, I was wrong. We're just halfway there. Okay. So then at least, let's see, where can I cross? I don't see any street crossing around here. Maybe I should just keep on walking then. Ah, thank you, Jenny, for the super chat. Japanese people eat bread. Yes, of course. It's not like part of the traditional Japanese diet, but I mean, you can buy bread in every supermarket, and there's lots of bakeries, some with really good bread, but also very expensive. So you can certainly find bread here, and a lot of people eat it. Ah, great, we have another convenience down here. Mostly just toast. Yeah, the bread they sell in the most supermarkets is not very good. It's just very, very white toast bread. But if you go to like nicer bakeries, you can find really good bread. But it's very expensive, much more expensive than in Europe if you want good bread here. Yeah, like heavy, high dark grain bread is very expensive here in Japan. I like that too, but I don't really eat it. I don't eat as much bread now compared to what I used to before. I kind of like the Japanese diet better. So I guess let me check the map if there's any park nearby. If I buy a beer here, if there's anywhere I can actually drink it. Yeah, there's a little park 250 meters away. Perfect. Oh, there's one even closer. Excellent. Okay.いいですか？はい。追加だね。年齢確認を身分証明書の提示、お支払い方法をお選びください。タッチ音が鳴るまでレシートをお受け取りください。お取り忘れにご注意ください。Okay, I got myself a beer, and I might also have gotten myself into the hassle of having copyrighted music playing in the background. We shall see. So, this area, okay, this area is called Sakuragaoka. Sakuragaoka, Minamicho. Sakuragaoka means like Cherry Blossom Hill. Sounds like a stage in Sonic the Hedgehog or something. I think there's like tons of Sakuragaoka all over Tokyo. I'm not sure, but it feels like a very common place name in Tokyo and maybe other cities as well. There's supposed to be a little park. Maybe could it be down here? Oh no, not really. Oh, okay, I took the wrong street, but it's okay. I'll just have to circle around this block. More than 400 people watching now. Welcome everyone. Thanks for stopping by today. So tonight's beer break is coming up, and for those of you who are new to my channel, so I usually do beer breaks during my walks, or not always beer, but quite often. Sometimes it's coffee, sometimes it's popsicles, but when I do these breaks, that's usually when I can focus a little bit extra on the chat. So if you have anything you want to tell me or ask me during the beer break is when the likelihood is biggest for me to answer you. So I think this is the park that I saw. See. It's surprisingly poorly maintained, I must say, this park. No, I think this is okay. I think I can drink a beer here. I also think I can get a dozen new mosquito bites here, but that's okay. That's okay. So I think we're next to some sort of, yeah, it's the Kuroneko, like the delivery company. They have a logistics central next to me, so you might hear a bit of noise because it sounds like they're packing and unloading and doing lots of, well, hard work. So I'm just trying to figure out where to put my, I think this is okay. Yeah, it's not the most stable place, but it should be okay. Okay, beer time. Kanpai. And yes, today Tokyo Craft. 6% alcohol. It's a limited edition summer beer from Suntory, which I tried not too long ago, and it was okay. So I got it again. Mostly I kind of just like the can. Cheers! Do the mosquitoes love to bite me? Yeah, I do get bitten quite often. I do. I would probably get a few bites right now, but I'm not like when they bite my wife, she gets like really swollen and it's really painful for her. But for me, it's like it's not that bad. I don't really. Yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. And yeah, you may have noticed that the cicadas have started singing, or not really singing, but I don't know, doing whatever they do to make that noise. So that means summer is here, for real. Can you showcase some road signs? Asks Archie. It's what I do here in the States for my job. Okay, we can, yeah, I will try to remember to give you some close-ups of some road signs once I'm walking again. I'll probably have this beer relatively quickly, like 5 minutes, then I'll keep on walking. Taste, it's nice. I mean, it's a tiny bit stronger than average, which makes it a tiny bit more delicious than average, but nothing too, yeah, I don't know, nothing too special. Are there many stray dogs in Japan? No, I don't think I've ever seen a stray dog in Japan. Not common at all. あ、10年前まで桜ヶ丘住んでました。その後、駅の近くに引っ越しました。そうなんだ。そうなんだ。この辺住んでたか。いいところですね。駅はちょっと遠いけど。選手村の動画みたいな。この前、3ヶ月前ぐらいかな、選手村に行きました。今は多分入れないと思います。 How's the exotic car fund going so far? It's going... It's not going at all. Which is kind of similar to the super chat tonight. It's not going at all either, other than that one super chat from Jenny, which was very kind of her. It would make wonders for my motivation if we had a bit more of those. Opening ceremony しますか。今あんまり予定ないですね。オープニングセレモニー。基本、あんまり特別な予定ない。今日いい近くですか。雨でなくてよかったですね。ありがとうございます、高橋さん。ありがとうございます。Seen Japanese people like Belgian waffles. I'm sure some Japanese people like Belgian waffles, just like probably some Korean people and some Thai people probably also like Belgian waffles. Yeah, this park is surprisingly poorly maintained actually. That's a little bit weird considering it's such a nice area otherwise. Milk o'clock for me. For Mini Explorer. Thank you, Michael Samira. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Favorite type of crepe? I'm not really a crepe fan. So, yeah. If anything, I prefer more like savory pancakes. Like pancakes with bacon and sausages and sunny side up eggs. That's more my thing rather than sweet crepes. 今日はカリカリくん食べますか。わかんない。可能性があるけど低いと思います。What about waffles? Also, it's nice sometimes. In Sweden we eat waffles. We have like a kind of semi-official waffle day that we celebrate in Sweden. Whenever that comes around, if I happen to be in Sweden, it's always very nostalgic to have some Swedish waffles. I don't really know if they're very different from other countries' waffles though, but yeah, it's not something I eat otherwise, really. Would you pour maple on a savory pancake? Not really, no. No. If I had the option to eat it with or without maple syrup, I would probably go for without, yeah. Okay, I'm almost done with the beer. We only lost like what, 50 viewers? Melon pan. I really don't like melon pan at all. Do you look forward to the Olympics? No. But I don't want to talk about the Olympics. I'm very much against it. It's okay, Jenny. You don't need to delete messages about the Olympics. It's okay. People are allowed to ask. I think that's fair. TE, I gotta ask, is the OnePlus Nord 200 adopted and destined for use in Sweden? I don't know anything about the OnePlus Nord 200. I just know about the OnePlus Nord 2. But I don't know about Sweden. I'm not sure. sure. It might join me there as my third phone.
スウェーデンと比べたら日本は信じられないほど暑いでしょう。いや、信じられないほど暑くではない。なんか日本に来た前は日本の夏が暑くて、それはもう分かった。だからそんなにびっくりしなかった。I finished the beer and I will get going. So that was nice. I had been looking forward to that beer since, I don't know, since when? Since I woke up this morning maybe.
From when can I visit Japan? I am vaccinated twice now. I don't know. No one knows. I don't think even the Japanese government knows. But I think it will take you quite some more time. But yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid. There's still a bit of color left in the sky, actually. I don't know if you can see it here on the stream, but still quite nice. Faris, that is most likely coming up sometime, at some point. Which convenience store bread is the best? I don't think any convenience store has good bread. If you want good bread, you have to go to a dedicated bakery. The convenience stores usually only sell this like super white super white bread, which I don't like at all. So back to 400 viewers. Wonderful. Thanks everybody for joining me on this little random evening walk in the southwest part of Tokyo. I'm not afraid of sweets. I eat a lot of sweets. Too much, actually. I eat a lot of ice cream in the summer and also quite a lot of cake, actually. Whenever there's reason to celebrate, no matter how small, my wife always buys some cake. And I eat lots of candy as well. So I do eat a fair bit of sweets as well, which I think is one of the reasons why my belly never seems to want to, reduce its size. But when it comes to like food, I prefer food to be salty rather than sweet in general. Yeah. Would never have guessed that it's Tokyo. Yeah, I think the image that a lot of people have of Tokyo and what Tokyo really is quite different. At least when it comes to people who has never been here or lived here. But most residential parts of Tokyo are like this. Super quiet, super like quiet and relaxed. Those busy parts that most people seem to think is everywhere in Japan, they're like that. That's the anomalies, like Shibuya and Shinjuku and whatnot. Those areas are, they exist, of course, but that's not what most of Japan and most of Japanese cities look like. So let's walk through these quieter residential streets rather than the main street. Where are you going now? Please be careful. Careful. I don't think I need to be careful about anything here. I think it's extremely safe. But thanks for your concern. This is a middle-class neighborhood. I would say this is more, upper middle class maybe. We're still in a pretty nice area. I think the majority of Japanese families would not be able to afford a home here. They were watching me from the helicopter. Yes, probably. Probably. So we're still in this Sakuragaoka neighborhood. Let me see. What else are you saying? Small towns in Japan are like ghost towns. Yeah, some are, unfortunately. Big parts of Japan is suffering from depopulation, so when you travel to smaller cities, it often feels like that.私の両親は世田谷区船橋でした。あ、そうですか。いいね。僕多分行ったことないと思います。今日は初めてあの辺行きます。小田急線はあんまり詳しくない、僕は。下北沢まではちょっと知ってるけど、その後は全然行ったことないです。 think we should be on the right track if we just walk down this way. T さんより詳しい人はなかなかいない。本当にそう思いますか？まあ僕は、まあいろんなところを散歩しましたけど、そんなに詳しくないと思います。特にこの辺はあんまり詳しくないです。でもありがとうございます。たまには千葉方面お願いします。そうですね。残念ながら千葉は僕の住むところから結構遠いです。特に今はそんなに時間もないし、千葉の方にいつか行きたいけど、残念ながら時間はちょっと難しいです。So I get requests to come to Chiba and shoot in the Chiba area. Chiba, for those of you who don't know, is the prefecture just to the east of Tokyo, east and south. So on the like eastern side of Tokyo Bay, that's Chiba. And it also faces the Pacific. So it actually has a lot of lots of beaches in Chiba. I would love to go there. Seems to be a lot of nice areas actually in Chiba, but it's very far from where I live. So getting to and from Chiba would be extremely time consuming. So that's one of the main reasons why I haven't been there. I don't think even on a single walk yet on my channel. Takematsu, you went to Funabashi today. I see. Well, you're going all over the place, because that's your job. I wish I could get a ride with you, or join you in your truck sometimes and do a live stream. That would be cool. I don't know where we are now. Let me take a look at the map. Okay, I should walk this way. Then I will eventually get to the station, Chitose-Funabashi. Nice. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of activity in the chat now, so it's a little bit difficult for me to stay up to date with everything. Thank you, Indiferne, for the ... fund. Decide for yourself. Okay, thank you very much. I think those €2 will go to the supercar fund, because that fund certainly needs some more love. So €2 for the supercar fund. Thank you, Indiferne. And the bars closed there. It really depends. Right now, because of the pandemic and the state of emergency, bars are not allowed to sell alcohol at all right now. But in normal times, I think they can decide pretty much for themselves. There's a lot of bars that are open really late every day of the week, actually. So I don't think there's a fixed time, but some of them may be closed in time for the last train, because most of the clients might leave around that time anyway. But if it's really like a neighborhood bar and most of the people going there are just locals, then yeah, they might be open later than that. What's your favorite destination in Japan? Impossible to answer. Japan has just so many wonderful places. So I can't really pick one. But some of you know that I've traveled a lot to Kyushu in the last year, and that has been really exciting. Lots of beautiful places that I truly enjoyed in Kyushu. I think one that really stood out that I will never forget, that would be Yakushima, which is a very famous island full of gorgeous forests with like 1,000-year-old trees. But other than that, I don't know. There's just so many beautiful places here. Will I live stream when the Olympics starts? I don't know. No plan. Also, we talked a lot about bread today. This neighborhood is super nice, actually. I mean, now because of the pandemic, I think it's pretty quiet, but I can imagine that in normal times these shopping streets should be super interesting. And this little Italian restaurant and cafe looks very, very appealing to me. Are you born there? No. If you read the FAQ in the video description, you will know. You would know where I'm born. So here's the station, Chitose-Funabashi, and we walked for an hour today so far. So question is, the $1,000,000 question is, what should we do now? So not too long ago, like last week I think, I walked from Sangenjaya to I forgot the name, but the one station that direction. Maybe I'm getting a bit sleepy. I don't remember the name of that station I walked to last time. Kyoto station I walked to, which is one stop this way. But I think tonight I want to continue in this direction, because then if I go a little bit more this way, I can actually take the bus back home. So question is directions. If I would walk all the way to Seijo Gakuen Mae, that's 30 minutes walk, which isn't crazy. I could probably do that. Let's see. Let's keep on walking a little bit longer at least, and we shall see. Let's take a detour back into this shopping area. Maybe it's the alcohol kicking in. Yeah, maybe. Or the age. I'm getting old, you know. Battery status. Battery is currently at 48%. I think it was at like 70 when I started tonight's walk. So yeah, battery won't cause any issues tonight. Is there a commercial area nearby? I think this area where I'm walking now is quite commercial. It's a typical old school Japanese commercial neighborhood with lots of restaurants and some street food, lots of izakaya, some pachinko, all the good stuff. I didn't expect this area to be this lively actually.
俺じゃあこれ乗っちゃここ乗っちゃダメだこれ一通なんだよ。
Oh, thank you. I think I just got a pretty generous super chat. Thank you so much. Let me check. Nowhere Galvan. Thank you so much. Here's for your fund or beers and keep doing what you're doing for us introverts. Gotta keep you hydrated. Thank you for your content. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's people like you and super chats like that that keeps me motivated. I mean, it's not only about the money, but it does help a bit. It means that at least I get something in return for all the time I'm putting into this channel. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. But this is quite typical for Japanese neighborhoods. Like around the station, you have a few busier streets with restaurants and izakayas and basically most of the shopping you need in your everyday life. That's kind of the layout of this city. And then every here and there's like bigger commercial districts where you might find things like big malls and home electronic stores and whatnot. But I would say this neighborhood is a very typical local Japanese residential neighborhood. I would say this area where we are right now, here around the station, is not really upscale. I think it's kind of average. I actually know that there's a lot of apartments around here. It's a pretty big residential neighborhood, and the rents around here are quite affordable. I think I want to cross here and go to the other side of the station. Let's do that. So here's a gyoza shop. Gyoza chahan ramen. So gyoza, fried rice and ramen. And they also do delivery. Or like takeout. Not delivery, but they do takeout. It says. You save your videos on YouTube. Yeah. I keep all the past live streams available on YouTube. So yeah, it's all there. It's all there. If that's what you were wondering. I don't save them anywhere else actually. I don't save them locally because I don't get a local copy of my videos since I'm mostly live streaming. Cozy live streaming. Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. So before I walk any further, I think I should actually just check how I can get home from here in a way that makes most sense.はい。なるほどね。Sorry folks, I'm just looking into my logistics situation here. Let's see. So I think what I will do today is actually I won't walk that much further. Instead I will explore a little bit around this station before wrapping up today's live stream. Can you give us an update on the COVID situation in Tokyo? So I generally prefer not to talk about COVID because it's just everywhere, anywhere, all the time. And I know that a lot of my viewers are kind of fed up with hearing about COVID, and so am I. So I try to stay away from it. But to answer your question, it's currently worse than it's been in a long time, and it seems to be going in the wrong direction. But for a more detailed answer, I would recommend that you check out the Japan Times or Japan Today or your Japanese newspaper of choice, which will have far more detailed information. So I will head back to the other side of the station. Looks like that's where the fun is. Do you dream in Japanese, Swedish, or English? I think all, but mostly in Swedish. But I do dream. Sometimes I have dreams where I am talking Japanese or someone is talking Japanese, and same goes for English. But I think Swedish is still like my default language. Yeah, another good Japan news website which is not paywalled is Japan Today. Or I'm not sure if I would call it good, but it's at least it's kind of useful. I will head down this direction. When can we go to Japan for travel? I don't know. No one knows. Sorry. No one knows. I don't think even the government knows. Very good coverage here. Thank you. Did anything happen? Sorry. I'm a little bit distracted right now. Hur mår du? Thank you, Electroloco. Jag mår bra. I'm good, thank you. Did anything happen with the mobile carrier discussions? Not really. I'm still super happy in general with Rakuten that I'm using for these streams. They are cheap and they have excellent upload speeds, which is what matters to me. So yeah, nothing new in that department. But Rakuten is always expanding their coverage and it's getting better and better every month. So yeah, I'm very happy with them. So the best way for me to get home after this stream seems to be a bus that leaves in 20 minutes. So we will have another 20 minutes to explore the quiet streets around here. Or I could just decide to walk back again. Take a slightly different route, which is also an option. Let's see. Explore IKEA, please. Nah. So people always ask me to shoot inside various shops, but the thing is you need permission to do so, and getting permission is generally difficult here in Japan, especially when it comes to bigger chains like IKEA. So no. Let me see again. Oh, these streets are quite nice, like pedestrian only, I guess, which is somewhat rare. Yeah, I also don't really see the point why I should shoot at IKEA, because every IKEA store looks the same. Yeah, to be honest, I think I will just walk back to yoga. It's gonna take about the same amount of time as it would to wait for the bus and ride the bus back there. So I might as well just get a some good exercise tonight. Is it easy to get lost in Japan? Yes, it is easy. It's easy to get lost, especially in Tokyo. If you don't have Google Maps, you do get lost very easily. And yes, that is indeed a slide. But I'm not in a ride a slide mood right now, so I will not bother. Thank you again, Noah Galvan. Don't know how this works, but hope this helps for the bus home. Thank you so much. That certainly covers the bus ride home if I were to take the bus by a pretty good margin. Thanks so much. Do you like Wagyu, the Japanese beef? Yeah, but I don't know. I can't say that I think it's very different from other beef. I mean, sure, if you go for the really, really expensive Kobe beef, it's different and unique in that it contains so much fat. But I don't know, I've had it a couple of times and it's good, but I would not really pay those kind of prices that it goes for. I don't know, to me, like, I would much rather splurge on good sushi than good beef. But that's just me, because I love fish. I don't know if you see this chimney over there that's blinking. I'm pretty sure that is near Kinuta Park, which is not so far from Yoga, also not so far from Futako Tamagawa. So let's see. I will just kind of walk in the... Oh, Neko! Hey! I'll just walk in that kind of general direction, and we'll see where we end up in the end. Look at this sky. It looks like a very dramatic painting. It looks way more dramatic in the on video than in real life, though. But yeah, I think this is nice because now I get to explore some of the areas where I've, like, it's not so far from where I live, but I've never really walked around here. So this area is just a big black hole on my internal map. So now it's kind of nice to get to explore it somewhat and get to know it a little bit better. Is that a wild cat? I don't know. I think usually cats too tend to have owners here, especially in Tokyo. I don't know if there's a lot of stray cats, to be honest. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I didn't really notice, but usually they have a collar. I miss Kinuta Park. Yeah, Kinuta Park is great. It's one of the best parks in Tokyo, if you ask me. And it's not so famous either, which I kind of like. Like, it's popular among locals and people living there, but it's not a place where a lot of people travel, which is kind of nice because, especially considering how beautiful the cherry blossoms are in Kinuta Park. Okay, Electroloco, thanks for stopping by. What do the Japanese people, what does the Japanese think of Western people? That's a way too generic question. There's no simple answer to that. I think every person in Japan has their own view and opinion. So yeah, it's not something you can just generalize like that. No snakes tonight. I hope not. I hope not. After seeing that snake, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, another cat though. Hey. Are you mad at me? Are you not my friend? Are you not my friend? Hey, though. So yeah, a few days ago I stumbled across a big snake on the street, which is not something that happens. It's not normal here in Tokyo. I've never stumbled across a snake in the street of Tokyo before. So yeah, that happened once, but only once. Hopefully not again. Kinuta Kuni Jinja. よく知らない。この辺近いかな。Don't forget the bus. Oh, I kind of decided to just walk back home instead. In the end, it's probably gonna take about the same amount of time, so I might as well just walk a little bit. This city, sorry, lots of questions now, so I'm sorry I'm not able to read everything. Yasukuni Jinja. 靖国神社か。行ったことあります。はい、行ったことあります。祭りは見たことないです。なんか1ヶ月前ぐらいかなのストリームで靖国神社行きました。すいません、漢字ちょっと読めなかった。Does this city have its own business district? Not sure what you mean. This city as in Tokyo? If Tokyo has a business district, it does. It has several business districts. Or I don't know, maybe you mean more on a local level, like this neighborhood? In that case, the answer is yes, but it's not that massive. I think that building where I started today's stream, that's called Setagaya Business Square. So that's some sort of pretty big office hotel. But other than that, I don't know. Are you Japanese oriented? Not sure what that means, but if you want to know where I come from, you can check the FAQ in the video description. In there, I tell you where I'm from, for how long I lived in Japan, and what I do here, and a lot of other things like that. So, this is Kampachi Dori, which is one of the main roads in this part of Tokyo. It's pretty busy around here, so I will try to find the more quiet streets. Vilma Warren, that's indeed the moon. I wish I could switch to the super mega telephoto camera, but I can't use that one when streaming. Yeah, so you see that just one block and it's super quiet, but then you come to one of these main roads in the area and it gets really, really busy. That's how Tokyo is kind of designed. What's the name of the park? You said it's nice. Kinuta. 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 Kinuta Park. How far is this area from central Tokyo via commute? So from the station, if you take the train there, I would say it's probably like 15-20 minutes to Shinjuku. From Yoga, where I started today's stream, it's like less than 15 minutes to get to Shibuya. So those are kind of major hubs in Tokyo. Arigato, 無常チャンネル。よかったね。Somebody got really upset. It's okay, don't worry about it. Not everybody memorizes everything about my streams and who I am and where I'm from and whatnot. So don't worry about it. But yeah, because the same questions get asked all the time, I do really encourage people to read the FAQ, because some of my regular viewers tend to get a little bit upset when it's always like, oh, where are you from? Are you Japanese? That question is getting asked basically every time I stream, several times. So that's why.
damn it. I shouldn't have crossed this street actually. I need to walk on that side of the street. Why does some people count the cones? So it's just a silly internal joke on this channel. It's a kind of long and complicated and rather pointless backstory to it, but yeah, it's just something we do. Yeah, basically if I keep walking on this side, then I will hit that park, and there's no way to walk around it that makes any sense, and it's gonna be too dark to walk through it. So instead it's better that I head back to the residential streets here. Cone God says cones are not pointless nor silly. And I certainly agree with the Cone God on that one, for sure. 歩いて帰るの、そうです、そうです。洋画 Start with the cone jokes again. You make good content and it's so fluent, which is why I'm glad I donated. You deserve it for us. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those kind words. It always brings me much joy to hear that there are people who enjoy my channel. Looks like there's lots of car dealers here. I know that some of you are very interested in cars. This one is 33 million yen. That's a lot of money. That's truly a lot of money. So that's what the supercar fund is aiming for. But so far we only have $25, I think. So we have a bit of some more donations to go in order to make me able to buy one of those. How much is the supercar fund? I think we're about $25. So you know, it's not bad. We're getting there. Maybe in a couple of 100 years or so, I can afford that car. How much are car taxes? I don't know. Since I don't have a car, I don't really know anything about the costs associated with having one. Thank you, Pilman Warren. Let's double up on the supercar fund. Thank you. Thank you. So now we're at $50 in the supercar fund. That's, you know, in one go we just doubled it. That's quite impressive. For sure. And thank you so much for the support, Pilman Warren. I appreciate it. Do you know how to drive? No. Have no idea. I've never stepped on a gas pedal in my entire life, other than in some video games. So here's Kinuta Park. So I'll just head down one block to make things a little bit more quiet and bearable again.
Driving is virtually unavoidable in many places in the US. Yes, that is right. US is very, very car-centric society. I'm sure it's fun to drive. But as someone who has always lived in places where there's been decent public transportation, I've never really felt the need for a car. And it just seems to be making a huge dent in your budget to have a car, and I much rather spend that kind of money on trips and whatnot. But sure, if we were living somewhere else, like in a small town or in the countryside, then yeah, you need a car here in Japan too, so we'll probably get one. But then it's also a little bit more affordable. But here in Tokyo, like things like parking costs a lot. That much I know. Just a moment. I think I got another super chat. Thank you, S. Wow, long time no see. Good to see you around again. Thank you. Toto drives a Lamborghini. Oh yeah, does he? I pay about 128,000 yen for yearly car tax for K car. For normal car we'd need to pay 350,000. Oh, 35,000. Eh? That's nothing. Per year? Or per month? If it's per year, it's not really that expensive, the car tax. If it's per month, it would be a little bit more substantial, I guess, but still actually less than what I would expect. Thank you, James McLaughlin. Sorry for butchering your name like that, but thank you very much. Have a coffee from the farm. I heard that you can only register a car if you can prove parking for it. Yeah, I heard that too. But again, like, I don't really know. And I think, yeah, parking is expensive. I think there's like available parking slots in the place where we live, and they're like 25,000 yen per month or something like that. And then to park the car whenever you go somewhere costs a lot as well. So it's definitely more expensive than taking public transportation, and in most cases also much slower. But I could see the benefit now that we have a kid. It could be kind of convenient to be able to drive maybe, but yeah, not really for us where we live now. It would make zero sense.そうですね、今多分用賀駅の方に行きます。そこから電車で帰ります。So yeah, we actually rent cars every once in a while. My wife can drive, so sometimes when we travel to the countryside of Japan, we rent a car, and that's surprisingly cheap actually. I don't know how much it is, I don't remember. It's been a while since we did it last time, but
I'm always surprised over how cheap it is. Takematsu, 4,000 yen per month for parking sounds way more reasonable than what it costs in our part of town. Sorry yes to hear about your aunt. Sorry about that.スウェーデンで英語必要ですか？いや、必要ではないです。スウェーデンではスウェーデン語が必要です。でもまあ、スウェーデン語を喋れないと英語も十分生活できる。ほとんどの人は英語を喋れますから。Wow, this looks like some sort of retro car garage. Interesting. I'm sure some of you would be super eager to have me walk in here and ask some questions. But it looks pretty closed. So over there is the tower next to Yoga Station. So that's where I'm heading now. That's where I started and that's where I will end this stream. So turned out to be a pretty decent walk tonight. I think we will probably hit 2 hours. We're very close to 2 hours. So thanks everyone for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We still have another 15-20 minutes to go, so I'm not really wrapping things up yet, but anyway, thanks. And if you're new to this channel, thanks for watching and welcome. If you want to support and get access to various goodies, you can join me on Patreon. The link is in the video description, and that will give you access to some Patreon-only content, Patreon-only live streams. You can get access to my wallpaper gallery with photos from Japan that you can use for your various devices. You can become a member of my postcard club, which will get you postcards delivered to your mailbox every month with my photos as well. For those of you who don't know, I work as a professional photographer, mostly focusing on tourism and travel here in Japan. So yeah, when I'm not doing these live streams, that's usually what I'm up to. So yeah, and if you don't want to join me on Patreon, that's totally fine too, but at least in that case, maybe at least consider pressing the like button. That's a very easy way for you to support my channel as well. Thanks again, S, for the super chat. AstraZeneca vaccine is the best. Is it though? Is it? Some countries don't even want to give it out. Japan is like donating all their AstraZeneca vaccine because of all these problematic side effects.すいません、今日質問が結構多いので全部
yomenai. No, again, thank you. Here's for keeping me from a panic attack, my guy. Thank you. Wow. I didn't know I had that kind of powers. Thank you very much. And I'm happy to hear that. Well, I'm not happy to hear that you're suffering from panic attacks. I hope that will get better. But yeah, happy to hear that my channel is giving you some sort of relief. That's very good to hear. 次のストリームはどこに行きますか？実は今のなんか今週と来週はそんなに予定がない。なんかまあコロナのせいで電車は基本的に乗りたくない。だからいつも家の近いところにいるんですけど、再来週はもしかしてヨーロッパに行きます。そこからいろんなところ行きます。でもそこまでは多分ずっと二子玉川の近いところ、残念ながら。来週は2回目のワクチンもらえる。だからヨーロッパに行った後はまあ自由にもう一度動けます。Thank you, Roy. Always entertaining these evening walks whilst I'm trapped in my work desk during the day. Nice chilled road and chat. ありがとうございます。小田急線の方また行ってください。はい、そうです。行きましょう。小田急線も家そんなに遠くないからまた行きましょう。来週はオリンピック。そうですね。だから逃げたいです。We still have a bit of a walk to go until we reach the station over there. What else are you saying? 日本の関東以外に行く予定ありますか？そうですね。多分来週。まだちゃんと決めてないけど。Is it a green street lamp? No. The street lamps are not green here, but they do have a bit of a colder tint to them, and on the stream it looks a little bit greener actually than what they are in reality. So no, there's no. These are green. That's traffic lights. Those green lamps over there. God kväll till er. Thank you. Thanks again. S. Have deferred Japan holiday until at least 2023. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. I don't know. If we're lucky, maybe next year will be possible, but who knows. Wow, some nice houses here. How long have you been in Japan? So that's also a question that you will find the answer to in the FAQ, which is linked in the video description. But I've lived here for 13 years. Sorry, where is TE now? So I'm heading back towards Yoga Station, which is where I started today's walk. So I kind of walked in a circle today, which is kind of weird and something that I generally prefer not to do, but yeah. So now I'm near Yoga, which is upper middle class neighborhood on the south side of Tokyo, about less than 15 minutes from Shibuya by train. And so far I've been walking for 1 hour and 47 minutes. So yeah, turned out to be a bit longer walk than I originally expected tonight, but that's nice. It's nice.そうね、これから5分ぐらいかな、駅まで。そうですね、今結構近いですね。Good choice for an evening walk. Yeah, it turned out nice. I was kind of struggling, and it was a really last-minute decision to come and walk this little route. But it was very nice, and it's a new place for me, so I enjoyed it. Yeah, I will soon be at the station, so the stream will end relatively soon. Again, almost 500 people watching tonight, so that's not bad. Thank you, everybody. Again, if you did enjoy this walk, subscribing to the channel, liking the video, or two very easy ways to show your love, or doesn't have to be love, but even just some appreciation. I'm getting a bit tired actually. It's getting late. I need to hurry home and put my little daughter to sleep after this. Can we walk this street maybe? I think we can. Maybe we can. It's better for learning Japanese. The best way to learn Japanese is to go to a school in Japan. No doubt. That's the best way. Move to Japan. Ideally, I would recommend that you live in the countryside or a smaller town rather than Tokyo. Because if you live in Tokyo, chances are you might hang out with people that just speaks English. So yeah, if you just want to learn Japanese as quickly as possible, move to the Japanese countryside and attend a school. Did I just get a super chat from the dog that hates you? Let me check. I missed that. Thank you. Love and appreciation. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Advice from a guy that speaks 5 languages. I don't know if you mean me, but I don't speak 5 languages. I speak 3, maybe 4 if you're extremely kind. But Swedish, English, a bit of Japanese, and an even tinier bit of German. Humid tonight. It's okay. It's humid, but not unbearably so. It's relatively comfortable weather tonight, actually. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I would have been able to walk for 2 hours. Anyway, here's the place where we started. We're back at square one. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will end the stream here in front of the station. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. And I will probably stream tomorrow again, probably, but not 100% certain. But definitely in the weekend. Usually Saturdays and Sundays I try my best to stream. So here's the station. That's where I'm heading after this. But yeah, thank you so much and see you next time. ありがとうございます。またね。また今度。Auf Wiedersehen. Vi ses. God natt. おやすみなさい。